afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the live stage. We're going to have very interesting talk starting soon. Next speaker is Vincenzo from AZKR Research. He's the lead cryptographer from there, and today he's going to be talking about Bank3, efficient temporary shielding of assets. Please welcome Vincenzo with amazing applause.
Hello, everyone. So AZKR stands for Aragon ZK Research. We were, until last year, part of the Aragon ecosystem, and now we are an independent group doing research focusing on DAOs for real people. So, in fact, what we'll talk about today is a part of our ecosystem that we will build in the next month. So, first, motivation. That was one of the original motivation. We designed the concept of Bank3 last year. It started in the spring of the last year. So, the motivation is a bank for DAO. Okay, DAO are one of the main tools in the Ethereum ecosystem, and there are many DAOs with very large treasuries. So, we envision the following mechanism. Each DAO can deposit their own treasuries in the Bank3 smart contract. Okay, so at any point of time, a given DAO that we call D, for example, will have a certain number of coins in the bank, for example, N coins. Okay, and this will not visible by anyone. For example, if in the past Alice deposited M coins in favor of the DAO D, at some point, the DAO D can decide to withdraw such M coins, and only at that moment, at withdrawal time, it will be visible that Alice did the transaction, the deposit in favor of the DAO D. But what will be still hidden is the quantity of left coin of the DAO D at the bank. So this corresponds to a real-world situation. For example, when I withdraw 1,000 euro at an ATM, maybe someone behind me can see that I withdraw 1,000 euro, but should not know how much wealth I still have at the bank if I have 0 euro or if I have 1 million of euro left at the bank. Okay. So we can go from this concept, we can adapt this concept from DAOs to wallet. Okay, so, oops, this does not visualize very well. I don't know why. My PowerPoint, I don't know. I sent a PPTX. Okay. Anyway, no problem. So in this slide, there is Alice. Alice sent M coins to Bob, specifying just the public key of Bob. Okay, and before withdrawal, what we have the situation that Bob has N coins at the bank. After withdrawal, Bob will have N minus M coins, and it will be visible. Alice sent to Bob M coins. What will be not visible is this quantity, N minus M. So how many coins are still left for Bob at the bank. Okay, and Bob can at any time can search which transaction is in favor of him, using what? Using just the ability to use his personal wallet, his MetaMask wallet. Okay. So we designed this concept last year, from the spring of last year, and then we discovered that there are very interesting related work. For example, in an HMD document, Bonnet Dunaif proposed private DAOs that are conceptually and technical also very similar to our concept of bank of DAO, with very small difference. For example, ours requires only hashing on chain, whereas Bonnet Dunaif solution requires doing elliptic curve operation on chain. And also last year, Buterin, internal building on idea from the Bitcoin community, proposed the concept of stealth addresses that actually are very technically very similar to our concept of bank or wallet. The difference that in ours, the deposit are tied to the specific Bank3 smart contract, so this enables specific banking features and also fallback mechanism that we will see next soon. Okay, and novelty of our work that we move forward. We go from DAO and wallet to, we generalize this concept to real-world identity. In fact, last year we also proposed a system of independent interest that's called legal identity, LOI. Okay, legal identity is essentially a decentralized identity-based encryption and signature system. For encryption, we use Bonnet-Franklin CCR2 encryption scheme. So the idea is roughly the following. Alice can encrypt a message in favor of Bob using Bob's real-world identity, or his Gmail address. Okay, Bob at any point can get from the legal identity the token for his email address, just proving possession of his email address. Or it works also for Microsoft account, Twitter, and we even support digital ID cards. And the application of legal identity include encrypted chat messages, creation of DAOs for organization. For example, if your organization has a domain at oldcrypto.com, and this is a domain whose email are with Gmail or Microsoft, every member of the organization who has such an email can join the DAO, okay, and can sign a transaction in the DAO. Or you could have the DAO of influencers on Instagram with more than 1 million of followers, we can even support DAOs with encrypted proposals. Yes, again, here does not visualize well, but the slide was exactly the same, except that Alice now use the email address of Bob. Okay, so this we can go to an identity-based variant of Bank3. So Alice goes to an email address who's used the email address of Bob, so he can send deposit coins in favor of Bob even before Bob creates a wallet. But here, like before, there is another property that we want to achieve. It would be very annoying for Bob if at withdrawal time, before or after withdrawal, it's known that the transaction was for the Bob's email. The property we achieve here is that the email specified by Alice is hidden forever. Okay? So that Alice can use as mean of depositing the money in favor of Bob, Bob's email address, but this will be hidden. Okay. And again, here Bob can use the ability of logging into his Gmail address to check if there are transaction deposits in favor of him. So, what the fuck? I don't know, there is something I do with the slide. So we can exploit a feature, nice feature of Google that actually was even present before in Facebook but was removed, that is linking your Google profile to a phone number. Okay, so you can, Alice can, for example, could have just the phone number of Bob. Okay, and using the phone number of Bob can deposit coins in favor of Bob even before Bob created a Gmail account. So at withdrawal time, Bob could decide, hey, now I want to withdraw. I create a Gmail account. I can link my Gmail account to the phone number specified by Bob. Okay, and then he can go to the legal identity network to get the token for his phone number, and so can withdraw. Okay, and actually after withdrawal, he could even unlink his Gmail profile from his Gmail account. And this can be seen as a variant of Web3 variant of a system that now is popular in Poland, is called Blik. So wrapping all together, the feature and the property that achieve are the following. So Alice can deposit crypto asset in favor of Bob. Okay, just specifying either a public key of Bob that can be a public key of a different blockchain, for example, Bitcoin or Ethereum, if she wishes, or a real-world identity of Bob. She has these two modes of operation. And the real-world identity of Bob can be email address, phone number, Twitter account, and we even support social security number associated to digital ID card. The deposit is recorded into Bank3 contract, so it's temporarily shielded. At withdrawal time, it will be visible which Ethereum address sent the coins to Bob, but will be not visible which means Alice used to send the coins to Bob. For example, the email address or the phone number or the Bitcoin public key. Okay, so we can say that the identity of Bob is hidden forever. So it's not a mixer. We don't have the legal issues of mixer, but still Bob can have some nice privacy features. Examples of application. Bob can have a physical shop, can sell a sandwich, and can specify a QR code to receive payments in it. In Ethers, Bob can withdraw a deposit at any point of time, creating a new Ethereum address. Okay, but it will not be visible how much coins is earning Bob. For example, if Alice deposit 1 coin, Charlie deposit 2 coin, and then Bob withdraw the first deposit of Alice, will not be visible that the deposit of Charlie was still in favor of Bob. Okay. Or another application is to organization that want to receive a donation in crypto, not having a wallet. For example, I could decide to donate to an organization in crypto. They don't have a wallet. I can do it using an email address, for example. And actually, the organization could even decide to pass this asset to someone else, for example, to Charlie in exchange for a service using legal identity. So in a way that in the end, the organization is able to use this crypto asset without ever having a wallet, having created the wallet. So in this situation, there are some usability security issues that become more severe, that are shared with most blockchain, because in blockchain, user can send us asset to wrong address, okay, if they mistype, and the asset can be lose forever. Checksum mitigate and solve the problem partially, but there are a more sophisticated attack like address poisoning attack. For example, in this slide, I mentioned a famous case of a crypto user who lost about 70 millions of dollars. In Bank3, in the identity-based variant of Bank3, the problem can become more severe because mistyping an email address can be a real problem, right? So, I mean, potential solutions are the user interface should prefer, of course, QR code, and this is in handshake variant in which Alice and Bob meet physically, for example, in a shop, okay? And moreover, the nature of the Bank3 smart contract allow to implement what we call fallback mechanism. For example, Alice could make a payment to Bob in a way that she has, for example, 24 hours to claim it back, for example. Like, I think it's the case for the web banking also. Web banking also has this option for transfers. Well, again, the slide does not work, but our SAP implementation is very simple. So what we do is the following. So Alice encrypt under the public key of Bob. And again, if we are using, if the public key is a Bitcoin or Ethereum public key, we'll use some specific Diffie-Hellman-like system. If will be the identity, real-world identity of Bob, we will use the encryption system of legal identity. But abstractly, the system is Alice encrypt some random value under the identity of Bob or the public key of Bob. So, and then hash this value and transmit to the blockchain the ciphertext and hash. So Bob has some secret to decrypt the ciphertext. In the case of Bitcoin public key will be the Bitcoin secret key. In the case of the identity will be used the legal identity network to get the token to decrypt this ciphertext. So we'll have this random value R. So since there is the hash of this random value on chain, Bob can send this pre-image to the smart contract to prove that he can withdraw and will receive the fund. Actually, for security, we need also to hash other thing, and more importantly, we need also that Bob give a zero-knowledge proof of correct decryption, because if it's Alice to create this ciphertext, Alice will also know this random value R. So she could act as Bob as receiver. To prevent this attack, Bob should also send a proof of correct decryption. Or in handshake variant, in which Bob and Alice meet physically, the ciphertext can be created by Bob, so we don't have these issues. And all our implementation, both for wallet, DAOs, and the identity-based variant, can be seen in this framework. Okay, but actually, I mean, when you go specific, for the implementation of DAO is more efficient implementation will be a bit different because we want more efficient solutions. So we have a demo for Ethereum for testnet. And we also have a command line interface for the DAO variant. The problem for the DAO variant is actually is also a problem shared with the Bonnet-Dunaif solution, is that in case of DAO, who holds the secret key? There should be some DAO manager, because you encrypt, the deposit is encrypted somehow under some public key. So that you have this problem. There should be a committee for decryption and a committee of token holders that it's not clear who they are. There is a solution that is enabled by legal identity. With legal identity, the legal identity could issue some special legal identity token that allow just to decrypt just after presenting, for example, a signature of a majority of the token holders. Okay, so token holders, a majority of the token holders can get some signature and prove to the legal identity network to have the majority of token in the DAO, so can get this token to enable decryption. So this is another solution that we envision. So actually, in our abstract solution, we say there is an hash. Okay, there is so we send on chain a ciphertext, encrypt this random value, and also we hash it. Actually, you can go more abstract, and you can replace the hash by some Schnorr-like public key. And in this case, you can give very efficient off-chain solution for the proof of liquidity problem. So, for example, Bob, I have on-chain at this Bank3 smart contract. I hold some assets, okay, some coins or some tokens, and I would like to prove someone that I have at least X coins, right? If you think of this is easy in blockchain, but the novelty here that this can be linked to a specific real-world identity, right? So Bob can prove, for example, that his specific email address, bob@gmail.com, or in the case of even his social security number, if his deposit were in favor of his social security number, are tied. This identity owns a certain number of assets on chain. Okay, and here we can have proof that are deniable or not. Cryptographically, this would mean, so if you have an interactive proof, the proof will only convince the verifier. So the verifier cannot pass this knowledge to someone else. So it's convinced that Bob, for example, holds 10 ethers or 10 tokens, but cannot pass this information to Charlie. Or you can have transferable proof. Bob wishes to prove to everyone, now universal proof. Bob could wish to prove to everyone that he holds at least X coin at the Bank3 smart contract. And these proofs are very, very, very efficient. So Actually, I mean, we talked about Bank3, but this will be just the start for our project. Our demo is on Ethereum. We will have a solution for Ethereum, but we envision a more complex ecosystem. We are designing a ZKR chain. This will be a chain in the Cosmos ecosystem. We are developing a Cosmos SDK tool with some nice features, and this chain will be connected anyway to other chain via IBC and via bridges to Ethereum. Why are we are doing that? Because we are building not just this Bank3 system, but a more broad credit layer. Now we need to build a credit layer that needs to express more complex features. For example, we aim at implementing ROSCA, Rotating Saving and Credit Association, that is a system very popular in some part of Africa and also Asia, a mutual credit association, peer-to-peer lending, and also local currencies. Okay. If you are interested, you can scan these QR codes and they will point to our website, or you can search zkr.org. I'm sorry for the slide. I transmitted the slide this morning. Yeah.
First, let's give applause to our speakers.
Thanks.
Thank you very much for the amazing talk. Yeah, I mean, technically it should always happen. It doesn't matter how much you prepare, but you delivered all the content very nicely. So thank you for the talk again. Anybody have a questions? So let me take a privilege of asking first question. So it's really interesting to see that Bank of DAO tried to tackle the real world problem, building a new credit layer. It seems like you already have a working demo and now having some further plan to implement. In this case, does it matter actually a local jurisdiction to kind of understand with the payment system, or it can be easily implemented to any implementation scenario?
Well, I mean, for example, for ROSCA, what we really target is to create solution for real-world people. For example, people who know each other. Okay, this is not the case actually in now, for example, in the Ethereum ecosystem, but not only Ethereum. So there are system, for people who holds a very large asset, essentially. Okay, so what we aim is that a group of people who informally meet together and already do maybe something, maybe on paper, can pass to crypto and can have some tool, to ease their work. And maybe it's also a motivation for them to onboard and to use crypto technology. Yes.
Sounds good. Very interesting. I'm looking forward to see further implementation going forward. So I guess we can have one another question, or you can take the advantage of break time asking questions to speaker right away. Anyone who wants to ask questions? Otherwise, I think we will conclude the session right now, and we will see you soon. Please give applause one more time.
Thanks.